business. Whereas through the company's human resources department, you'd have to go on an interview with them. They got to screen you and check you out, get all this paperwork together, provide some type of health care and all that. So they basically are throwing the burden off on somebody else. So they're probably paying about $20, $25 an hour for your services, but they don't have to deal with all the bullshit, and there's no strings attached. They can cut you off at any time. But the agency, for every hour you work, the agency is getting that same money they paying you per hour just for sending you there. That's why they cop an attitude if you don't want to go back to a certain job, or if you don't want to work, and they try to keep you. Come on, man, you got to go out, man. I stuck my neck out to get you this job. They didn't give a fuck about you. They're worrying about that commission money that's gonna be coming in off of your ass working as a mule for them. They don't give a fuck about you. And then when you don't have a job, and you could be calling like 10 or 20 different fucking agencies for work, they got no work. Oh yeah, well, we got nothing. As soon as we get something, we'll call you. That's what they'll give you, that excuse. Then you might finally land a job or find something that might be a little steady. Then these motherfuckers, every one of them is calling you, hey, we got a job for you, we got a job for you. And you're like, nah, I can't work it. Then they try to cap an attitude over the phone, because now they're calling you with something. Well, wait a minute, motherfucker, it was 4 or 5 months that I didn't have no work. It was like 4 or 5 months I was looking for work, calling you every fucking day, and you had nothing for me. You got the audacity to fucking give me a fucking attitude over the phone. But that's what America is now. Basically a disposable workforce. When the grinding is low and the doors shall be shut in the streets. That's what's going on, man. Read.
When the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
And we've been talking about that countless times. Music is totally fucking garbage now, man. That's why they keep trying to recreate the great era of music. The greatest era of music had to be the 70s. That's when you had like some of the most creative shit. Like you could say maybe say the 50s through the 70s, man. That stretch right there was probably some of the most creative music coming out that has ever been heard, man. 50s through the 70s, man. Even the early 80s, man. Early mid 80s. You had quality music coming out then. As now you got all fucking garbage, man. Basically it's recycled music. They're recycling the shit from the past, and then you got some artists singing this shit that can't fucking sing, can't even hold a note. Even some of these artists are so horrid, even that auto-tune shit can't help them. or something they have another piece of equipment called, I think it's called a tonator, which a person who's like tone deaf, like Sierra, or maybe like Ashanti or somebody who's tone deaf, when they're singing through that tonator, it keeps their music, keeps their voice like from cracking. You know, even though their voice is cracking, it keeps their voice while it's singing through that machine regulated, so it sounds normal. It sounds like it's not cracking. It makes them sound like they can sing. Something like that, man. You know, different name. Maybe I used the wrong name for it. I don't really know the names of all that bullshit. But that's the quality. That's what music is nowadays. Fucking garbage, man. There's no real music out right there. Whether it's R&B or rhythm and blues, which is R&B, or so-called soul music. You know, the days of Marvin Gaye, Anita Baker, fucking Luther Vandross, Freddie Jackson, them days is long gone, man. Isaac Hayes, that was real music right there. Music that Isaac Hayes made, that James Brown made, Minnie Riperton, people like that, people who actually can sing, who know about holding melody, rhythm. George Clinton, Parliament Funkadelic P-Funk. That's all gone. Now you got garbage out there. You got nothing but hot garbage.
I can say something.
But
on that music thing too. When you listen to the radio back in the days, you used to be able to request songs that you wanted to hear.
Yep.
Now
and they have more of a variety on there too. I remember.
Yeah. You used to be able to request songs that you wanted to hear. Nowadays, they forcing this bullshit music on you, man. They forcing,
like 30 times.
Yeah, they play the same damn song like 30 times a day. They forcing this music to kind of grow on you. Damn near like hip
No, it
like
is.
hypnotism.
It is hypnotism. It is. It's called programming. That's why it's called programming. They program this shit into you because you constantly keep hearing the shit going into your brain, and then eventually the song come out and you're like, man, that's fucking garbage, man. After a while, you might be sitting there one day and then you start singing this shit. You might start singing, baby, kiss me through the phone. And you're like, yo, what the fuck is going on with me? I don't like that fucking Soulja Boy bullshit. You know that that ain't nothing. You mean to tell me that a motherfucker ain't retarded singing some shit like that? I know motherfuckers that were retarded. They used to have the class when I was going to high school. They had the class for them was like in the basement, and them we call them the helmet heads because they all wore them motherfucking helmets so they wouldn't fuck each other up. Some of them, you. So this motherfucker makes you and everybody fucking doing that shit.
What about the guy?
Superman, you know, you Superman or whatever. What is that shit that they do? Superman don't motherfucking do that. Superman flies like this, motherfucker. Superman flies, straight up in the air. Superman ain't sideways. That's a retard, man. That's motherfucking retarded right there.
Little John.
You know?
He says 3 words. Hey, songs. It goes platinum.
Oh boy.
What?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And this motherfucker makes millions off of that.
And he looks like a fucking possum with dreads, man. Little John, oh man, that's a horrid, man. I mean, with the dreads or without the dreads, hey, you probably prefer him with the dreads. Because if you see his high school picture without them dreads, yo man, that motherfucker look afflicted, man. But that's the shit. The daughters of music, read it again.
And all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
Right. Music is brought low right now. That's why these niggas are putting out an album, and they lucky if they sell 100,000 records in their first week. Like Jay-Z, he still got those demons with him because he be drinking blood and fucking possums in the ass and all kind of shit he be doing. That Masonic shit that he's into. So those demons are still with that, and them demons are strong with that nigga because he still be putting out like, I mean, I ain't gonna front, I do like his music. So he's still got them demons with him, whereas other guys done faded out already. He's still going strong. Them demons are strong with him. Because that nigga's a real demon, man.
Also, when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fears shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden.
Right, the grasshopper shall be a burden, meaning grasshoppers are known for what? They're crop destroyers. Locusts and grasshoppers are a burden to a farmer. That's why they put those pesticides out there on the vegetables and the fruits and the veggies. Mainly with a lot of those like leafy green vegetables, because the grasshopper will sit there and eat and destroy the crop basically. So that's why it says there the grasshopper shall become a burden. Because that's what the grasshopper does. They feed on the vegetation. Locusts and grasshoppers, that's what they do. Read it again.
Also, when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail, because man goeth to his long home, and the mourners go about the streets.
Right, it says the grasshopper shall become a burden, and man is going about in the streets. What? Because men are gonna be going all over the place looking for work. You had instances where I talked to certain contractors, carpenters, plumbers, electricians, people like that, where sometimes in Connecticut there might be a drought, there might not be that much work. You got so many people that are a part of the union, and the union is supposed to be guaranteed to get you work no matter what. Or if you're in the union, I think in Connecticut, New York might be the same way. You might be getting half pay or full pay. If you're probably making $1,000 a week or $2,000 a week on your job, the union might guarantee you half pay when you're not working. So you'll still be getting a check even though you're not working and you didn't put no hours in. A lot of people would have to go out of state and work. Their plumbers would have to come to New York and work in buildings in New York through the union because there was nothing going on in Connecticut.